Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amber with Helping the Good People. So I've got a funny little story to tell you guys. So back in like July, I got a call from my grandmother saying, "Hey, I think your brother's back in jail." And I said, "What?" So of course, I do my research and I look him up, and sure enough, he's sitting in jail. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, I'm his next of kin. Now I got to find out who his lawyer is, right? So the first thing I did, of course, was I sent him some coffee and some necessities. Um, and that was a little while ago. And all of a sudden, I start getting a blow up of phone calls from the Pima County Jail. Now, mind you, my brother didn't have my phone number. He didn't know where I was living, nothing, right? But yet somehow he wound up with my phone number. And I'm thinking, how does he know my phone number? Right? So going back and forth, I was about ready to go down to the public defender's office just to find out who his lawyer was. Well, I started getting a blow up, and I can't accept collect calls, right? So one of his friends finally got through to me the other day, right? And so I'm asking all these questions, and I come to find out that my brother's lawyer is Chris Kimenaw, right? And I'm like, Chris Kimenaw? I was like, I know that guy. If you guys haven't seen my previous videos on my case with my kids, my ex, Mike, with Jake and Sally, it's his attorney. So I think it's a small world, just how the tables turn, you know what I mean? So, and I'm still racking my brain on how did my brother find out my phone number, you know? And I was talking to my friend Billy, who takes care of my kids, right? And she finally confessed and told me that Chris reached out to her to get my phone number, and then he gave it to my brother. For those of you guys that know, Chris does not like me, and I wonder why. Probably because I've gone up against him in court regarding my family, and it hasn't been pretty. But all jokes set aside, guys, I mean, I thought it was my ex sending Chris in there to help my brother's case, right? No. I talked to my brother, finally got through tonight, and it turns out that Chris was handpicked by the public defender's office to take his case. Now, I don't know if Chris knew that I was his sister or what at first, but I'm sure he's tripping out because now, because I'm next of kin, I had to pull up his number and call him and leave a message trying to get a hold of him about what his charges were and when his next court date was. I haven't heard back from the lawyer, which he's going to have to deal with me no matter what. So anyway, I'm talking to him, and he's doing okay. You know, my brother hasn't been the best at responsibility. He was diagnosed SMI well over 30 years ago, and he's never gotten help from the state. He couldn't take his meds, he said. And they told him, you either take your meds or you don't. And if he didn't, he was on his own, right? So I'm just grateful that my brother is sitting in jail right now, getting sober and his head right. Turns out that this charge was from 2018. He and everyone else thought that it had been taken care of, but I guess not. So, do me a favor, guys. If you guys know anyone that's sitting in the jail or in prison, send them some money, send them some packages, send them a letter, okay? Because the last time I sat outside that Pima County jail was 5 years ago, right? So, of course, I go down there to put money on his books. It was too late. The place was closed, so I had to do everything online. Good thing is I know how to do research and I know how to maneuver the websites for it. I just had to share this little bit of information with you because it's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. I don't know. For those of you guys that know my brother, you know, I'm sure there's some people on here that are watching that do know my brother. Just send him some love, guys. I just sent some money on his books and tried to set up a visit, but that's not going so well right now as far as visitation. But he will be able to call me. I'll keep you guys posted on it. I know that his next court hearing is October 26th, and it's related to some past charges. So just put out a prayer for my brother if you can, that we can settle all this peacefully and that there's no trauma in between me and Chris. Because no matter what, I am his next of kin. I am his sister, and I'm going to have to be at his court hearing. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I don't believe in coincidences, guys. There's a reason why Chris is his attorney right now. So, again, send out some prayers for my brother if you can, no matter who you are, where you're from. I might not know you, but the power of prayer does wonders, okay? And maybe put out a prayer for me to be able to handle, Mr. Chris, too. Dang flies. So yeah, again, if you guys know anyone that's sitting in jail or in prison, hook them up, man. Send them some money, send them some care packages, send them a letter. When I was in jail, I didn't have anybody. It took 5 days before anyone even realized I was in there, and I know what it's like to be without. The littlest things go the longest and the farthest, don't you think? Anyway, stay tuned, like, subscribe, and share if you dare. Welcome to my crazy world. Just another thing that what goes around comes around, right? But no matter what, I have my head on straight. I'm not about drama. And hopefully we can settle this peacefully without any further problems. Okay? Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day. I just had my visit with the kids, so I'm happy. And tomorrow's Sunday. We have Reed Park. And everybody's going to be there. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow, come out to Reed Park, 1 to 4 at the Duck Pond, and join us for a nice, beautiful day, okay, in the park. Love you all. Thank you for watching.